Hey everybody, welcome to our channel co-know-pro. In this video, we're going to be going over 7 steps to becoming a licensed contractor. First step is to determine if you're eligible. Each license requires a qualifying individual who directly supervises and controls the construction operation conducted under the license. This person must be at least 18 years old and have at least 4 years journeyman level work experience in a specific classification, specialty work area in the last 10 years. This also is the person who will take and need to pass the required exams before a license can be issued. So basically, you need to have 4 years journeyman level experience in a specialty work area, basically carpentry, drywall, any of the specialty work area that you want to apply for a license. You need to have 4 years experience in that work area and within the last 10 years to see if you're eligible for a contractor's license. If you have that experience, then you're good to go. If you don't meet those minimum qualifications, apply for a contractor's license once you do. In the meantime, to work legally, you must either choose someone else that meets the minimum experience requirements to act as the qualifying individual, or work for a licensed contractor until you meet the minimum requirements. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2, complete the application. There are different applications for different business types, each of which requires the submission of various information and documents. All applications require a social security number or an individual taxpayer identification number, an ITIN. Okay, applications and instructions can be obtained from your local state license board. So you can either call your city hall or whatever state you're in and see what their requirements are going to need to basically complete the application, or if there's even a license requirement in that state. So once you do that, then figure out what you need to do. This is all basically concerning California State License Board. Okay, we are based out of California, and a lot of this has to do with California laws, but a lot of states do comply with California laws as well. Basically, they use our model as their model to run their state license board. So make sure you check with your local city hall and figure out what you need to do. Okay, step 3, submit an application and required fees. There's going to be fees associated with each application. So you can call the CSLB, you can call the board and figure out what the fees are going to be per application, depending on what you're what you're basically going to be applying for. Step 4, fingerprinting requirements after CSLB reviews your application. Each new applicant must submit fingerprints as part of a mandatory criminal background check, for which there is a cost that varies depending on the live scan location. CSLB will send notification to applicants about how to meet this requirement once your application has been accepted and examination scheduled. Okay, so you can call the board and you can get more information about the fingerprint requirements, but there is a fingerprint requirement in a criminal background check. Step 5, verifying work experience. After meeting the basic eligibility requirements, the qualifying individual can be randomly selected to provide documentation to confirm he or she meets the minimum work experience requirements. Okay, so you can call them, you can call the board and see what kind of minimum work experience requirements they're going to need, but basically it's going to be the 4 years journeyman level and what you're applying for within the last 10 years. Step 6, schedule an exam. The qualifying individual is required to pass written law and trade examinations unless he or she meets the requirements for a waiver. For information on waivers, please contact your local state license board or city hall and figure out what the waivers are as far as waivers for your state license exam. All right, step 7, license issue. Each application has specific license insurance requirements related to the entity type and personnel, including a $200 initial license fee, necessary bonds, and proof of workman's compensation and or liability insurance may be required from the board. Okay, so if you have any questions regarding that, you can go ahead and contact their board. But there are some new laws regarding workman's compensation and stuff like that that you need to check out. Like basically every single contractor within the next couple of years, it doesn't matter who they are, cannot file for an exemption. Every contractor pretty soon is going to have workman's compensation. Okay, so just know that. Well, there you go. 7 steps on becoming a licensed contractor. Remember to subscribe and like, and don't forget to give us a thanks.